come in October for Halloween.
Why?
I just like it. I think it's a great show. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. And that's what I like about it.
Who should I make it to?
Dave? Well, we will.
Right.
We have monthly customers now do this for a while.
It means a lot to them, the work that you've done, and it makes you feel good. Yeah, a woman came over and she said, you know, the scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High where you're cheering, she goes, I play that over and over and over again on my VCR. And somebody came over and he said, you know, that character that you played in Night of the Comet, that's like a real person to the world, and everybody feels like they know her. And that's something you should be really proud of. So it's not just about, you know, meeting the fans and having them tell you how great you are, that it makes you know that you've made a connection.
Hello, fellas.
Can I see the girls doing?
It's like
Gorgeous.
300 people around
Right,
us.
Roxanne playing in a cheerleader.
I don't do victim roles and I don't do nudity. I had to like lose out on bigger roles, but since I'm a big fan of like, you know, the fact of cult cinema, that I was willing to compromise and they were willing to compromise. Yes, I'll eat fire. No, you cannot catapult eyeballs into my bra. You know, yes, I'll make out with a girl. No, I won't be running from a guy with a chainsaw. So, you know, it was a work of compromise, but because I'm such a fan of the films, I was willing to find something. I, you know, did crazy things, eat fire, magic, walk on glass, whatever, to appear in these films. So, and I love Trauma, even though it's the shittiest paying job you'll ever have. Trauma! Not so much wild FANatical fans, really great fans. I just went this past June, I went to the prom with one of my fans from Trauma. And that went really well. He came up to me in Fangoria and said, I'm a big fan, will you go to the prom with me? And I said, yes. Yes, I did, I went. It was a great experience.
Taz, one of my guys named Taz sent me roses. I came to Chiller on, when did I get here? Friday morning. I had roses waiting for me, so that was kind of cool.
Warning, warning, danger, Will Robinson. Fans are always great, all over the world, and I love doing these conventions due to the fact that I get on a one-to-one with the fans. Fans are the most important people in the world, you know. I know because I'm a fan of some people. There's nothing wrong with my talking voice, but if Richard Widmark walked in right now, I'd go blah, 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 blah.
I do cater to unusual affairs. What do you consider to be unusual?
We have relatives that think we're really weird.
I rarely found someone who shared my interests. I was reading Edgar Allan Poe at the age of 10. So, and other kids were out playing, and yeah, I was a loner, and people didn't, other kids, I guess maybe were a little afraid of me.
Free! 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 Actually, I think I did pretty okay because I was sort of the class clown. You know what I mean? I had the class clown thing going for me, so you know what I mean? Jocks, people like that, didn't bother me too much. But, you know what I mean? The class clown gets you through. You know, it's fun showing up at parties, screwing around. You gotta, if you're gonna be the class clown, you gotta go all the way.
James, show him your cock.
Oh. My girlfriend. How you do?
If they look at us the way we are, they'll think, okay, we're a little nutty, out whacked, but they don't know the real side of us, you know? Which is what, like, okay, like the sensitive sides of us.
Why be normal? I mean, really, there's nothing in life really is.
I was always a loner. I was a kid in the schoolyard that always got beat up. You know, designated hitter.
I was in the middle. I got along with mostly everybody, but I was the quiet one, if you want to say that. Yeah, we're all individuals.
We're not like freaks or anything. We're not exactly normal either, so
yeah.
There you go.
Free! Free!
It's terrible. It's just terrible that people would live that way and not be accepting and not.
They're missing out. That we're sick. That we're gonna go out and do exactly what we see in the movie. That's what they think when they they think we're sick people. You know, they just see. It's just like everything else in society. They see something and you prejudge. I do it. You do it. Everybody does it. You can't help it.
I was flicking matches across the room trying to light the trash can on fire because there's a bunch of paper in there. I was just trying to light that on fire. Flicked in the girl's hair. She had tons of hairspray on. One of the Jersey perms. You know the Jersey perms? Her hair just freaking exploded. I was like, oh my God. Woo! Yeah, I got in some serious trouble for that. It smelled for like, I got 2 weeks suspension. I almost got sued. But the parents dropped the lawsuit because my mom was kind of smart and said I had something wrong with me because I went to a few retard classes.
I grew up with the space program. I remember when Sputnik went up. I belong to the National Space Society and meet Buzz Aldrin in person every year for its conventions, you know, which is sort of an aside.
I watched this stuff when I was a kid. There's nothing wrong with me.
It's all about the show. It's all about, you know, the dark side.
Plus, you know, they're a bunch of weirdos who just like to see blood and guts, you know?
I'd say it's pretty much a cross-section of people here in the States. You know, it's some are very much up there, some are very, very much into the fandom without much other outside activity. So I think it kind of runs the whole gamut.
I had a little 3-inch reflector when I was a kid. I have joined Lowell and Chabot observatories in recent years. I've gone to see 2 total eclipses of the sun. I'm going to go on my 3rd one next June, which is going to be in Zambia. We're going to be at a safari lodge. I was at the one last year from the Black Sea, and my first one was the one in the Caribbean about 2.5 years ago.
And I watched Captain Video then. I was 5, 6 years old, and I was a fan since then.
This guy has to
and
be
I'm an actor now. I'm in movies.
This guy has to be a good friend of mine.
And this is Conrad Brooks, star of Plan 9 from Outer Space, and 100 fun movies.
Ambrose, Cy says we can move in right away.
Good. Very good, Johnny. Very good. This guy's great. They're all great. Gang, take care. Right.
Yeah.
Johnny, do a good job, will you?
Yeah.
Me and my friends were our own little group of outsiders, yeah. And that's how we formed this bond and this obsession, you know, where we had to go. And then we found this triple feature theater that we didn't even know about, and that was the end. You know, I mean, we just went there like almost every day. And that's where it started. And then, you know, later I got into more serious films, as you know, in college and stuff, you know, but I never lost, you know, my main obsession for genre.